Hey everybody, Pat Blocker here with the Peaceful Pause Method. Thanks for joining me because today we're going to talk about how frustration makes your dog's behavior worse and how we can maybe stay calm instead. Before we get into that, it would be really cool if you would hit the like and subscribe buttons so that we can stay connected and you'll always know what I'm up to, which I don't usually know most of the time, but maybe you can help me out. So, why is it that frustration makes behavior worse? Um, let's be honest, we've all been there. We've asked our dogs to stop barking at the squirrel in the tree that's doing backflips and taunting them, or maybe you've asked them to sit for the 14th time, which is something I really don't recommend doing. Uh, that's for another video, but I, instead of sitting, your dog's maybe spinning around or they're doing something crazy. And that is probably telling us that they're frustrated. So I'm talking about frustration with both ends of the leash. But the thing that I've learned, and my dogs continue to remind me, that our frustration doesn't help. In fact, it makes it worse. And why? That's because a, a frustrated brain can't learn. If your dog is frustrated, if your dog is confused, if your dog is frightened, if your dog is distracted, they really can't learn. So when we get frustrated at our dogs, our tone shifts, our energy changes, and we might start cueing faster and louder, and we have tension in our voices. And sometimes we might even throw in a dramatic sigh or something, and we might mutter something under our breath, which of course our dogs can hear that. Um, excuse me. So dogs are incredibly sensitive to our body language and our emotional energy. So when we start to feel overwhelmed or frustrated, annoyed, our dogs might get confused, they might get anxious, they might get overstimulated, which can lead to more of the behavior that we're trying to change. So it can also, frustration can also cause us to move the goalposts. One minute we're asking for a sit, and then the next we're demanding a perfect heel, and we're just kind of all over the place and only contributing to the frustration and confusion of our dogs. So you might ask, well, what do I do instead? Here's what I practice and what I recommend. And yes, I'm human. I do get frustrated with my dogs from time to time. But here is what I recommend doing. First of all, I want to take the peaceful pause, which is P-A-U-S-E, the peaceful pause. And so if you're feeling flustered and and just a little bit discombobulated, then go ahead and just take a step away. And I mean that literally, uh, because being in a dog's personal space has an effect on them too. If you're close, if you're hovering over, which you might do, and if you're talking a little bit louder, and like I said, you're hovering over your dog and you're standing close to them, that's really putting a lot of pressure on them. So you can think about that. If a person were doing that to you, it would make you uncomfortable. So take a step back, take a deep breath, and just go ahead and reset your positive energy, or reset to a more positive energy. Reset your posture and just give yourself a moment of pause, Pause. And this is really a powerful tool in your toolbox when you're training your dog. Because why? Because a calm brain learns better, and that goes for both of us. So, another thing that we can do is we can just zoom out a little bit. And you might do that by asking yourself, is this behavior developmentally normal? Uh, is my dog tired? Is my dog overstimulated? Maybe they're confused. Maybe they're really distracted. So ask yourself those questions, and if it's yes to any of those, then let's go ahead and change the environment to accommodate more calm. So we want to remember that behavior is communication, and that our dogs aren't just being stubborn. They're being they're really telling us something. They're communicating with us. So if they're spinning around in a circle instead of sitting, then they're telling you, I'm overstimulated, I can't think right now. So let's take that peaceful pause. We'd also like to do some preventative strategies. I said if your dog is distracted or overstimulated, you want to change the environment. But it's really important also to set yourself up for success. I would not want to take my dog to the dog park and try to teach him a recall, because it ain't going to happen. So, how do I start that? I start that with just calling them when they can be successful. So I start out in the house, and we can make it a game. You can play hide and seek and call your dog to you, and then throw them a puppy party when they get to you. So we want to reinforce these behaviors and build on these behaviors, because if they can't do it when it's easy, they can't do it when it's difficult. So we want to remember that. We want to speak kindly, and I mean that for ourselves as well. I like to think of training more as partnering with my dogs, and it's a journey, and we're all going to have highs and lows, and we're going to have. I always think, a lot of times people think, well, we're here and we're going to just make a steady incline of progress, but that's not how it works. Doesn't work that way with us either. We're going to take a few walkabouts. We're going to get distracted ourselves, and life is just going to happen. So let's think about it like partnering with our dogs, and that we're on this journey together. Um, yeah, we're going to have some chewed slippers. Just like with kids, you're going to probably have some crayons on the wall, and that's all part of it. But we just want to stay curious and compassionate. And as I said, on both ends of the leash, we want to be compassionate towards ourselves as well, curious about, why did I do that? Why did I just say sit 14 times? I know better than to do that. So let's take a pause and start over. So we want to continue to think about training as partnering, And we also want to keep calm at the core of our training methods, our techniques. Um, I'm grounded really in the belief that connection, communication, and compassion are the real keys to lasting behavior change. If we stay grounded and are curious, even when our dogs are having big feelings, we can create a space and really make some real transformations. So, the next time your dog is frustrated and barking at that squirrel in the tree that's just talking trash to him, uh, let's remember to quell our own frustration. We want to breathe, and we want to stay calm, and that invites learning and cooperation, and that's really what it's all about. So, if you'd like to explore more on this subject, if you'd like to book online behavior consultation with me, you can do that at my website, and look under on the page that or the menu that says Peaceful Pause Services, and you can book right online there. That's my website is www.patblocker.com. If you'd like to book a reading with any companion animal, you can go to my website, and on the menu of the Animal Speak services, you can find out there how to book a reading for your animal and so on. Anyway, I'm gonna go calm down. My dogs are calm. They're just laying here, and so we're gonna maybe go have some excitement. And we will see you next time. Bye-bye. Oh, Helen wants to say hello. Yeah, see? There. Oh, puppy kisses. That makes me calm down. Hi. Say hi to everybody, Helen. All right. We'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.